You always catch me. Hi, I'm Ethan Kwan, and welcome to part 3 of how to make a Asteroids game in Scratch. Last time, we worked on the asteroids, which was a big pain because I couldn't figure this bug out. Anyway, we have it working now. So, now we have this game where we can shoot asteroids like this, and like this, and they will destroy. Yeah, so I have a bug that sometimes the asteroids don't delete when they get hit. And I can think of a few reasons for that, but the biggest one is that the bullets don't detect that they touch it. So all we have to do is just move this up here. That's it. That's literally it. See if that breaks anything. Probably it does. I don't know. Yeah, okay. That fixed the bug. Even though I have to test for a while to see if it actually did fix it. I think it did fix the bug. One more thing I want to add is it only splits into 2 costumes. I'm going to make it split into a 3rd costume, and the 3rd costume I actually want 4 costumes, and I'm going to say pick random. I want these costumes to be pick random. My costume number 2, 4. So if my costume number is 2, I will pick 2 to 4. So 2 to 4, like that. Actually, I should probably say +1. Costume number +1, so that it actually shrinks. Pick random. So I'm going to switch costume 2. Switch costume 2. Switch costume 2. Actually, no, I don't need the +1 because I already switched the costume to the next one. So, I'm just going to duplicate this 4 times, like that, and then I'm going to shrink this. Oops, I'm going to shrink this, and then I'm going to move this here, move this one here, move this one here, and then I'm going to create another clone of myself. That's 3 clones, and then one more time, 4 clones. Alright. So that should be a little bit more interesting with gameplay. Let's just try that out. Yay! So it actually splits into random chunks, which is exactly how asteroids behave, which is nice. And the big chunks can split into many chunks. It's really good. Yeah, boom. Why are the big ones only? Oh, okay. It looks like some of them aren't splitting properly. I can't talk. One more thing. I'm actually going to delete this clone at the very end so that we don't have extra clones lying around the screen. I see you. I see one there. I see you. I see you. Boop. Boop. Why aren't they... Oh, costume number. It keeps shrinking. Right. Okay, I need to fix something. I'm gonna create a variable, a random costume, and make sure to select for the spread only. It keeps shrinking. The costume number, every time you do this, it keeps shrinking. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna go ahead and set costume number to random costume to costume number, and then I'm just going to replace all the costume numbers with the random costume variable. Like right there, and right there, and right there, and right here. So that should actually fix a lot of things, because, yeah, see, there we go. That's more random. That's way more random, which is perfect, which is exactly what I want. Yay! Now we can just shoot like Wow. Okay, that's a lot of asteroids. Okay, no, I haven't added player death yet, so I should really add that. I should also add a backwards function so that we can actually slow down. So I'm going to do that right now. So I just fixed a little bit there. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the player sprite, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say inside the move forward block, I'm going to say if key down arrow pressed, alright, if key down arrow pressed, let me move this here, oops, if I move this here, I'm going to say change I'm gonna change speed by negative speed. Does that make sense? Like, if it's like 3, then I'll change it by negative 3. No, that's too much. I'm gonna divide it by 2. So I'm gonna say speed divided by 3. So speed divided by 3. I'm gonna change speed by 3. Speed divided by, instead of 3, I'm gonna say negative 3. So it just negatives the thing. So if I try that, yay! Now we have a break. So if I accelerate a lot, yay! Okay. So I'm just gonna change this number to like negative 10. So the higher the number you make this, the slower it'll stop. So the break will be not as effective, I guess you can call it. Alright. And I guess to move at a constant speed, you can just hold down both. Right? Let's just try it out. Yay! Okay. Let's split some, because it's fun. Why not? Alright. Alright. That's fun, and it's really hard to avoid a bunch of these, so lucky I haven't turned on death yet. I'm actually going to quickly do that. I'm going to go to the asteroids. I'm going to shrink this to, like... Oh, one thing I've noticed is that this is a lot of repetitive code. So you know what's great at repetitive code? A repeat block. Yeah! Repeat blocks are cool. Let me just move this in here. And I am going to get rid of all this. And repeat 3. Alright? And then I'm going to go delete this clone. Alright, let's try that. Alright, that's much better. I think, anyway. Alright, so that's just neater code. Yeah, just neat. It's just neat. Alright, I really want to add particle effects, but that's kind of advanced, so maybe that'll wait until part 4. I don't know. So there we go. We have a break function, which is nice. One thing that now I want to do is now I want to add lives. Actually, no. Now I just want to add death and lives. So I'm going to create a new variable. I'm going to call it lives. IVES. For all sprites. It's fine to keep it for all sprites. And then I'm going to say set lives at the very beginning. Set lives to 3, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna grab a if then, put that all the way after. If touching asteroids, then I'm going to set lives to I'm gonna change lives by 1. Change lives by negative 1. Negative 1. Alright, so change lives by negative 1. Alright. Oh, and inside the asteroids, I'm just going to make sure, inside the player, actually, I'm going to first wait 0 seconds and then do that. Wait 0 seconds. And then inside here, I am just going to say, if touching player, then I am going to say, if touching player, then I'm going to wait 0 seconds and then delete this clone. Pretty simple. Delete this clone. Clone. Alright, let's try this out. So we have 3 lives at the beginning, as you can see, and let's say we collide into one. Oh no! Yay! Okay, we lost a life. Oh no! It's on my tail! It's chasing me down! Let's see if we touch it. Yep. And what happens if we get 0 lives? We have negative 3 lives. Whoa! Okay. So that's a problem there. And I'm going to solve that by saying if lives is less than 1, if lives is less than 1, then I'm going to delete this clone. No. Let's say I'm going to broadcast a message, and let's call it, game over. Alright? So, click OK. And when I receive game over, I'm just going to stop all other scripts in Sprite. So, stop other scripts in Sprite. And I'm also going to do that for the laser. And I'm also going to do that for the asteroids. And actually, for the laser, instead of doing that, I'm going to first... yeah, actually, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. I don't want to get too complicated here. So, let's try this out. So, if we collide with this... Whoops. Oh. Weird. I guess it didn't delete. Yep, yeah, it stopped all. Okay, great. So, now let's add a score. So, scores are pretty easy in here. All we have to do is basically create a bunch of sprites with the numbers in it. So, I'm going to create a 1. So, I'm going to zoom all the way in, and you can do whatever you want. I am going to create a nice little, cool font, which is going to be cool. Like, that's in the name. So, I'm going to do that. That's the 1. And then I'm going to duplicate it and make the next one 2. I'm going to first zoom all the way out, do that, bloop, get rid of the outline. 2, I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to zoom all the way in again, and then I'm going to just create our sprites, and I'm probably going to speed this up because it's kind of boring. Yeah. Alright, so I've just created the costumes from 1 to 9, and I also added 0 here. They don't look like much here, but if you zoom in here, then it looks like a 0. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, it's pretty simple. What we're going to do is first we're going to create a bunch of clones, and that's basically going to determine how many digits are allowed in the clone. So it's a score, so I think I'm gonna do like 20, because you can get a pretty high score in Space Invaders. So repeat 20, and I'm gonna create a new variable, and I'm gonna call it digits, and make sure it's for this sprite only. And I'm gonna say at the very beginning, set digits to 1, and then I'm gonna change digits by 1 every single time we repeat. And then before the change, I'm just gonna create a clone of myself. And let's go to event, and let's go to control, grab a when I start as a clone. When I start as a clone, forever, and let's say I want to go to Y170, and X is going to be, okay, so this is kind of complicated, but let's grab a multiplication sign, and we're going to say multiplied by 12. So this is kind of determining like the spacing between your numbers. So I'm going to say 12, and let's multiply digits times 12, and then what we're going to do is we are going to say minus 240. So that's where we want our X to go. And now if we try it out, not much is going to happen except for the fact that we get a bunch of clones at the very top of the screen. Woo! Cool. Now that's not very good because we can still see the sprite. We can still see the sprite here. Let's hide at the very beginning. Hide, and the clone just show. Alright, and now we just get a bunch of a run of zeros here. Let's space it out a little bit more, like 13. 13, let's like 14, 15? Okay, that looks pretty good. And Y is going to be 150? Why not? That looks actually pretty good. Okay, so, yeah. So now we want it to display the score. So I'm going to go ahead and say switch costume to, and since we named all the costumes from 1 to 9 and 0, all we have to do is switch costume to, not score, but we're going to switch costume to letter digits of score. So letter digits of score. How's that going to work? So letter digits of lives? Where's the score? Oh, I didn't add a score. Okay, score. Score, variable. All sprites is fine. Letter digits of score. Alright? So, digits is 20. So, digits is actually 21. But if digits is 20, and we have, let's say, the 21st number is like a 3, then we're going to get the digits of score, which is going to be, well, 3. So, if I just drag that in there, then it's going to switch costume to score. Now, there's nothing different because score is 0, so if I set score to like something like 20, ta-da! There we go, 20. But that doesn't look like 20. If I set it to like 25, 24, then there's just one long string of zeros, and we don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an if then else, and I'm going to say if touching, well, what should I, no, if digits, so if length of score, right, is greater than my digit, right, digits, right, then we are going to then we're gonna hide, right, we're gonna hide, else we're gonna do this and show. Oops. Else we're gonna do this and show. Now, did I swap these around? Probably. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. No, digits is greater than length of score. There we go. That makes more sense. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set score to 0 at the very beginning, and now if we set score to like something weird like that, ta-da! It displays the score. So I'm just gonna say 0 for now, and then I'm gonna create another counter. Let's call this score counter. All right, and let's create another one called lives counter and duplicate this. In the backdrop, I'm just gonna go ahead and create a nice little heart symbol on the side here. That's not a heart. Like this. I don't know. That's not a heart, but I think you get the point. I am going to I'm going to go ahead and delete one of these points. What's this other one? Why are there two? Alright, so I'm just gonna reshape this until I like it. So, like that. Let's add some corners here, or like a round bit like that. Like here too. Let's get rid of these annoyingly not round. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good if you're considering like what I had to work with. Of course, you can draw whatever you want. You can also draw whatever you want. You can even draw like characters here, but I am going to say, instead of score, right now, I'm just going to set lives. I'm just going to say, get rid of that. I'm just going to say, instead of score, I'm going to do lives and lives. And I'm just going to move this down, and since there aren't that many lives, I'm just going to say, maybe like 4, right? So that's still a lot. It still goes up to like 9,999. Anyway, instead of doing this, I'm just gonna make this go to -150. All right, it's down there. -160. Okay. -30. 20. 10. Okay, that looks about right. Yeah, okay, perfect. So we have 3 lives to begin with, and then once we get hit, 2 lives. Perfect. Alright, so I'm just going to go to backdrops, change this so it matches like the size of that, like that. Alright, so now we have 2 lives. 1 life. Alright, so that displays it correctly. I think the 1 is a little bit squished, so I'm going to just make the 1 a little bit bigger. Alright, like that. And same thing with here. Bloop. And yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So now we have a score counter and a lives counter. Of course, the score counter doesn't really do anything right now. So let's make it so that if we destroy an asteroid, we get some score. So inside of the asteroids sprite, what we're going to do is inside the hit block, what we're going to do is basically just change score by, I don't know, maybe costume number, oh, maybe like times 10. 10. How about that? How's that? How does that look? So if costume, so costume number, the first one is big, so the first one will give you, 10 points, the second one will give you 20 points. That seems about right, I think. Let's try 5, maybe? 5? I think that will be pretty good. Okay. So, let's just try that out, and we should get some points. Boop. Yay, 5 points. 5 points. And the smallest one gives the most points, I'm guessing. Yeah, oops. I just lost a life. And, oh no, no. Okay. I mean, you could just do this forever, and, oh no! Okay, you can't do it forever, because sometimes you almost get hit, at least. But, yeah. That looks great, I think. I think that is great. I just lost all my lives. Oh, as you can see, all the sprites are frozen in place, so you can actually see how well you did right here. 1,085 points. That's pretty good. All right. I think I feel like I'm gonna need more digits here. 30, just because. Why not? All right. So that is it for this video. Yeah. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe. If you liked it, consider subscribing. And it only takes a minute. You just have to click once. Yeah. Also, if you want to hear about part 4, then you can definitely do that. All you have to do is click that bell icon down below, and yeah. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. See you at howtodosoflethan.com, and see you next time. Bye.